Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about the next chapter, that is infrastructure. Okay. Basically, what is infrastructure? Infrastructure is all about the support services. Whatever the support services we are using in our industries or for production activities, these are known as the infrastructural facilities. Apart from that, you can also say that infrastructure is the fundamental or the basic services which are useful or helpful in production or productive activities. Okay. For example, transportation activities, for example, power supply or energy, okay, as well as training and educational facilities. Okay, all these are included in infrastructural facilities or infrastructure. Okay. So next one, we have two types of infrastructure. One is the social infrastructure and the other one is the economic infrastructure. Social infrastructure is related with the social facilities which are relevant to the production. Okay. For example, health and educational facilities which are necessary or which are working for improving or increasing the ability of the workers to produce more. Okay. For example, education directly inculcates the skills and enhances the level of skills among the workers, as well as the health facilities are responsible for maintaining their physical capabilities. Okay. Next one is the economic infrastructure. Economic infrastructure is related with the resources or improvement of resources which are directly or indirectly engaged in production or productive activities. For example, power or energy, power supply or energy. Okay. Next one is infrastructure and development. That means how infrastructural facilities or the level of infrastructure helps to develop the pace or the rate of growth of the economy. Okay. So first of all, taking infrastructure as a base or the fundamental services, we are focusing on the productivity. Okay, what productivity is? Productivity is the ability to produce. It is the ability of the resources to produce. Okay, so how infrastructural facilities are responsible for increasing the ability of the resources to produce more? Okay, that means if we are talking about promoting productivity, it means we have to increase the ability to produce more. Okay, we have to increase or we have to trigger the ability of the resources to produce more. So how infrastructure is performing this responsibility? We will bifurcate the production activity into three sectors as primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. So we know that all the types of productive activities are being classified into these sectors on the basis of the resources used. Okay. So primary sector, we know that natural resources are used to perform the different production activities. So how does infrastructural facilities help to promote the productivity of primary sector? Primary sector की productivity को कैसे promote करता है infrastructure? So first of all, we have to link up between the productive activities or the type of activities which are being performed in that particular sector and the type or the nature of resources which are used or which are needed to perform that particular type of activity. Okay. So in primary sector, we know that mainly natural resources are being used and the types of activities which are being performed, if we focus on the main type of activity, that is agriculture or agro-based activities, or you can say allied activities. Okay. So first of all, we have identified the type of activity. Second one, the resource which are being used or which are needed to perform that particular type of activity, because in infrastructure we are improving their status or their level so that we can increase the ability to produce. So what kind of resources are being used? They have to be focused, so they have to be recognized so that we can improve their level. Okay. So in agriculture or in agricultural activities, we know that agricultural output is very low because we are using the conventional you can say conventional methods or the conventional or traditional techniques in agriculture, so that our output or that's why our output is very low. So we have to replace that conventional or traditional methods or technique or technology, okay, with some advanced or modern technology so that we can increase the output. So if we, for example, if we improve the irrigation system or the irrigation facilities, okay, that are the part of infrastructure, building canals, the digging up of wells or tube wells, these are the part of infrastructure, okay, and this is the basic or the fundamental services which is required or needed in agriculture sector because agricultural activities or output somehow or somewhat उसी के ऊपर dependent है, ठीक है. So if we improve the irrigation facility, we will be able or one will be able to increase or enhance the level of output, okay. Second one, in secondary sector, we know that manufacturing activities or production activities are being performed, and with the help of machines or capital resources, we are doing or performing that or these kinds of activities. So we have to improve. Okay, in secondary sector, we have to improve the techniques or the methods. Say capital resources if we are using, so we have to use or we have to improve the level of capital resources. So we have to use the advanced machines, okay, so that we can increase the level of output in secondary sector. How can we do that? See, in secondary sector, mainly all the machines or the capital resources which are being used depends on the power supply, uninterrupted power supply if we provide, okay, or energy, okay, if it is provided uninterruptedly. So these machines or these capital resources will be used or will work uninterruptedly, okay. So if they will use or will be used uninterruptedly or they will use for more time period, obviously the total output will increase, okay. If they will be used for more number of hours, okay, ज़्यादा time period के लिए अगर उनको use किया जाएगा तो output भी या production भी ज़्यादा हो पाएगा. So improving the resources, for example, which resource we are taking? We are taking energy as a resource, okay, so which is required or which is fundamental for running of machines, okay. So if uninterrupted power supply is provided, so the production in secondary sector will automatically boost up or increase, okay. So we have to focus on this, okay, improving the resources or the sources of energy. Next one is the tertiary sector. We know that tertiary sector is engaged in providing services or various kinds of services which are supporting the primary and secondary sector. ठीक है, जो primary और secondary sector को support कर रही हैं उनको support services या trade services भी हम कहते हैं. Okay, so we have to improve these. We have to improve the infrastructure for this or these kind of services. Like for example, we are taking transportation. Okay, PPP. Transportation, okay, that is a type of service which is used in trading either in secondary or primary sector. So if we have to develop the transportation system, if we are able to improve the connectivity to the market areas as well as the production areas, so that it will be very beneficial for the secondary as well as primary sector to transport their finished or the produced output to the marketplace and to bring the raw material to their production place, okay. So we have to develop the connectivity through improving the transportation system, okay. So with these examples we have discussed it, how can infrastructure promote productivity in these three sectors or all these three sectors. Next one is induces investment. Infrastructural facilities induces investment, okay. That means they attract the investment in certain or the particular industries, okay. So the industries which are having a better or advanced or modern infrastructure, the investors would like to invest in those industries, okay. So वो industries या वो companies जिनका infrastructure advanced है, modern है, okay. So investors वहाँ पे अपना पैसा लगाएंगे. So we are talking about the domestic investments. Banks or other investors would like to invest in such industries which are having a modern or advanced infrastructure facilities because they will be able to produce more. Obviously their productivity will be high. If their output is high, their profitability would be high, would also be high. So the investors can easily expect a higher returns from them, okay. So उनको higher returns वहाँ पे मिल सकती हैं, ठीक है. So that's why better infrastructure would attract investments or higher investments. Apart from investments, it will, this is the domestic investment we are talking about. Apart from the domestic investments, FDI is also attracted by the better infrastructure facilities. Okay, अगर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अच्छा है तो FDI जो है वो भी अट्रैक्ट होगी. फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स मीन्स MNCs भी वहाँ पे आके अपना पैसा लगाएंगी या इन्वेस्ट करेंगी अगर वहाँ पे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फैसिलिटीज बेटर है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल फॉर FDI we can take the example of SEZ, special economic zones, okay, which are the special industrial zones which are established by the government, in which certain facilities are provided to the industries or the units which are establishing over there. Okay. For example, subsidized power supply, they are provided, bonded warehousing or warehouses are provided in SEZ. Okay. And a certain area which is known as an industrial zone is provided. Okay. So better connectivity, transportation facility available होती है, subsidized power supply available होती है, warehousing facilities available होती है. So in SEZ में वो certain facilities जो कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, फंडामेंटल सर्विसेज हैं, ठीक है, सपोर्ट सिस्टम है उस प्रोडक्शन के लिए, ठीक है, वो SEZ में ऑलरेडी प्रोवाइड की गई हैं. So MNCs would like to establish their units in SEZ. Okay, so we can say that the SEZ or better industrial zones which are established by the government would attract or would be able to attract more FDI than the others. Okay, जहाँ पे बेटर फैसिलिटीज या सपोर्ट सिस्टम प्रोवाइड किया गया है वो बेटर FDI या हायर FDI अट्रैक्ट कर पाएगा या करने में एबल होगा. नेक्स्ट वन इज जनरेट. ओके, FDI जनरेट लिंकेज इन प्रोडक्शन. ओके, here we have discussed about the productivity, now we are discussing about the production. Okay, production is the actual output which has been produced by a certain unit or the industry or the factory. Okay, productivity is the ability to produce, कितना प्रोड्यूस कर सकता है, ठीक है, उसकी एबिलिटी है. एंड प्रोडक्शन द एक्चुअल आउटपुट. सो इट जनरेट्स लिंकेज इन प्रोडक्शन. सो दिस टर्म लिंकेज, ओके, it has to be defined in this point, linkage. That means it says if one industry is improved, okay, which is necessary or whose services are necessary for other industries or other certain industries. Okay, एक certain industry अगर develop कर दी जाती है, उसका infrastructure improve कर दिया जाता है, which is necessary, okay, or you can say important, और whose services are important or necessary for other industries. ठीक है, एक ऐसी इंडस्ट्री जिसको जिसकी सर्विसेज या वो इंडस्ट्री किसी दूसरी इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, उनके प्रोडक्शन में हेल्प करती है. ठीक है, तो अगर उस सर्टेन इंडस्ट्रीज को डेवलप कर लिया जाए तो अदर इंडस्ट्रीज विल ऑटोमेटिकली बी एबल टू इम्प्रूव और इंक्रीज देयर प्रोडक्शन और आउटपुट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द इंडस्ट्रीज, पावर जनरेशन इंडस्ट्रीज, यू कैन से power generation industries. Okay, these are also the industries. Okay, and power is included in infrastructure or the support system or the fundamental services for production activities. So those industries which are engaged in power generation, okay, वो industries जो power generation में engaged हैं, if we develop a better infrastructure for these industries, okay, if we are able or if we develop a better infrastructure for such industries, okay, so the power generation capacity will be increased. Okay, if power generation capacity will increases or increases, it will trigger up the production capacity of other industries, because other industries are using machines or capital resources for their production activity. Okay, and these machines and instruments are run by or run with the help of electricity, energy or power, whatever you can say. Okay, better it is if you use the power word. Okay, so these machines or equipments are being run on power. Okay, and if power generation capacity has been increased, so we can assume or we can say that the industries which are mechanized, which are automatic or automotive, so, okay, would be able to produce more with the help of those machines which are already installed in those industries. New machine नहीं लाई गई है, already installed machines की capacity increase हो गई है, because they are now running अनइंटरप्टेडली, ठीक है, विदाउट पावर कट। ओके, पावर जनरेशन कैपेसिटी इंक्रीज हो गई है तो अनइंटरप्टेड पावर सप्लाई की वजह से मशीन विल वर्क मोर। ओके, कोई गैप नहीं आएगा, हॉल्ट नहीं होगा प्रोडक्शन में, ठीक है। So that will increase the actual output, that will be able to that will help to increase the production or the actual output of the industry. Okay, so there is a linkage in power generation industries and the other industries which are using machines or capital resources for their production. Okay, next one is enhances market size. Okay, infrastructure helps to enhance the market size. How? See, we have discussed in tertiary sector. The tertiary sector is engaged in providing various kinds of services which are known as the trade services. Okay, if we are able to improve the trade services, we'll be able to increase the production as well as the market size. For example, we have taken transportation as an infrastructure service or infrastructure facility. Okay, in tertiary sector. So if transportation or means or modes of transportation are improved, or better means and modes of transportation we are having in the country, then the industries would be able to distribute or provide their goods or output in larger market areas, or you can say across the globe. Okay. If the better transportation system is available or better connectivity is available, the industries would be able to distribute or would be able to transport their output or products across the globe. Okay. Now the industries or the companies will be able to sell their products or produced means in other countries too, apart from their domestic market. Okay. So we can say infrastructure can enhance the market size. Now the industry or that company is selling their output or products in other countries also along with its domestic market. Okay, that has become possible. That has made possible with the help of transportation system or better means of transportation. Okay, for example, Britishers develop the railways or Indian railways just because of their benefits to improve, enhance their market size. Okay, to improve their trade activities. Okay. Next one is helps in outsourcing. Outsourcing services are the services which are when an industry or a company or an organization is offering their services to other companies or other industries. That is the outsourcing. जब एक कंपनी या एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अपनी सर्विसेज या अपने रिसोर्सेज की सर्विसेज खुद ना यूज करके दूसरे इंडस्ट्रीज को ऑफर कर देती है इन कंसिडरेशन, बदले में तो मनी पे करेंगे वो, ठीक है, तो दैट इज नॉट नॉन एज आउटसोर्सिंग। देयर सर्विसेज आर बीइंग आउटसोर्स्ड। ओके, कंपनी अपने रिसोर्सेज की सर्विसेज आउटसोर्स कर देती है। फॉर एग्जांपल बीपीओ, बिजनेस प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग, केपीओ, नॉलेज प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग। ओके, so outsourcing will be flourished only when better infrastructure facilities are there. For example, if we take BPO as the leading example of outsourcing, so BPO, business process outsourcing, would only be developed or would only be expanded when better network providers are there. Communication technology is improved. Okay, so better communication technology is there. Only when the BPO services or the network providers are better, only when the BPO services will be flourished in the country. So outsourcing भी वहाँ पे हो सकती है या उसी कंट्री में होगी जहाँ पे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, टेलीकॉम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में आता है, ठीक है। तो टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सर्विसेज अगर बेटर होंगी तो आउटसोर्सिंग भी बेटर होगी, ठीक है। तो ये हमारे पास पॉइंट था कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कैसे डेवलपमेंट को इम्प्रूव करता है, प्रमोट करता है या इंक्रीज करता है, ठीक है। And the next topic, that is energy, the components of energy as the component of infrastructure, that has been deleted by CBSE this year. Okay, so we will not study that topic. So coming to the other component, that is health facilities. So first of all, we will discuss how health facilities or health services improves the production, or you can say productivity or the growth process. Okay, so health has an important component of infrastructure. It is a component of infrastructure infrastructure. Okay, social infrastructure का component है health facilities. So first of all, we all know that health has a direct bearing on the physical capability or efficiency of the workers. Okay, if they are not healthy, if the people or the workers are not healthy, they will not be able to produce according to their efficiency, level of efficiency और ability. ठीक है, obviously वो कम ही produce करेंगे अगर वो healthy नहीं है. ठीक है. So next one is how do we measure that what is the status of health facilities in the country. Okay, country में health facilities या medical facilities का status या level कैसे क्या है उसको measure कैसे करते हैं, what are the indicators. So we use different indicators to measure the health. Okay, first of all IMR, infant mortality rate. Okay, it is the death rate of the infant. Okay, those babies who have not completed their age of 1 year and they died. Okay, so infant mortality rate is the rate or you can say the death rate of the newborn babies in a particular year who have died before completing their age of 1 year. Okay, if IMR is high, so we would consider that the health facilities or the medical facilities would be poor in that country and the level of workers, so you can say efficiency of the workers would also be low. Second indicator is the death rate. Same as the infant mortality rate, as we know that mortality is the death rate. Okay, mortality rate is the death rate. We had considered here infants. In death rates, we would be considering the death rates of the adults. Okay, these are the indicators. इंडिकेटर्स हैं जो हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज या मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज के लेवल को कंसीडर करते हैं. ठीक है, या फिर वी यूज टू कंसीडर दीज इंडिकेटर्स टू मेजर द लेवल और द स्टेटस ऑफ हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज ऑफ अ कंट्री. ओके, सो सेम एज IMR, डेथ रेट. इफ द डेथ रेट इज हाई, the level of health facilities would be low and the level of efficiency would also be very low. Okay, so efficiency level भी काफी low होगा workers का if you can say medical facilities or health facilities का level better than. Next one is the life expectancy. It is also known as the expected life of a person, or you can say it is also the average life of a person. Okay, it is calculated at the time of birth. It is also as an indicator of health and medical facility. First of all, we are saying, keep remember it is the average life. Okay, that is not the actual lifespan, or that doesn't indicate the actual lifespan of each and every person in that country. That is just average lifespan of the person residing in that country or living in that country. Okay, so if the lifespan is high, if the lifespan of the people or the persons in that country is high, so basically it is assumed that it is the result of the better or the advanced medical facilities or the health facilities available or prevailing in that country. Okay, so how is that possible, or how can we correlate these two situations? See, for example, if the better medical facilities are there, so the country will be able to control or to have control over deadly diseases. Okay, so better होगा उस country के लिए, या easy होगा या convenient होगा कि वो उन deadly diseases को cure कर पाएगी. ठीक है, या control कर पाएगी, so that the number of deaths by or due to those deadly diseases would be low or would decrease. Okay, so lifespan increase हो जाएगा persons का. Okay, अगर deadly diseases को conveniently cure कर लिया जाएगा या उनके ऊपर control कर लिया जाएगा, तो death rates कम हो जाएंगे, death कम हो जाएंगे. You can say accidental death. Okay, और premature death जिनको हम कहते हैं, premature death कम हो जाएंगी. So as a result, the lifespan of the person will increase. Okay, clear? As an indicator, again we will use if the average life or the lifespan is high, medical facilities will be high. Okay, if the lifespan is high, it is the lifespan. Lifespan is the number of years for which the person is alive or living. Okay, वो टाइम पीरियड है, वो ईयर्स, यू कैन से द नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स फॉर विच द पर्सन इज अलाइव. ठीक है, जिंदा है जितने साल के लिए, दैट इज कॉल्ड द लाइफ स्पैन. इफ द लाइफ स्पैन इज हाई और मोर, बेटर वुड बी द मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज एंड वाइस वर्सा. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन, apart from life expectancy, death rate, infant mortality rate, the other one is under 5 mortality rate. Now, again it is the death rate. In infant mortality rate, we have considered the population of those children who are below the age of 1 year. Here we are considering under 5 mortality. Okay, under 5 mortality rate. Okay, the death rate of the children who are below the age of 5 years. Again, indicator would be same. If it is high, lower will be the health or medical facilities, and vice versa. Next one is deadly diseases को अगर वो कंट्रोल, ये हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. If the country is able to control its deadly diseases, so medical facilities are assumed to be better or improved. Okay. Next one we have the healthcare system in India. इंडिया में जो हेल्थकेयर सिस्टम है या मेडिकल सिस्टम है उसको 3 पार्ट्स में, 3 लेयर्स में डिवाइड किया गया है. ठीक है. फर्स्ट, the healthcare system in India, that is divided into 3 categories, you can say 3 layers or 3 tier system. First, primary healthcare system. Second, secondary healthcare system. And the third one is the tertiary. The tertiary healthcare system. Okay, the tertiary healthcare system. Now, we have to bifurcate which facilities or which medical services are included in primary healthcare system. Okay, in primary healthcare system we are including PHCs and CHCs, primary health centers and community health centers, PHCs and CHCs. Okay, these are the health centers which are providing the basic health facilities or the medical health facilities to the people. PHCs are established on village level, whereas CHCs are established on block level. Okay, community health centers are established on block level. Okay, so some better or more facilities are available in PHCs than CHCs. PHC में आपको कुछ प्राइमरी और बेसिक हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज, यू कैन से सम ब्लड टेस्ट आपको अवेलेबल होंगे, वेरएज आपको CHC में एक्सरे फैसिलिटीज एंड ड्रेसिंग फैसिलिटीज एंड अदर सर्टेन टेस्ट फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल होती है. आफ्टर दैट, आफ्टर प्राइमरी, more advanced system is there, that is secondary healthcare system. In secondary healthcare system, the civil hospitals are there at district level. Okay, in each district there are civil or general hospitals are established by the government. Okay, which are providing the modern medical facilities to the general public. For example, all kinds of tests are available there and medical facilities are available there. Okay, so more advanced facilities than PHCs and CHCs is available in secondary healthcare system, that is civil hospitals, and that is established at district level. Okay. Next one is the tertiary healthcare system. Tertiary healthcare system is the most advanced healthcare system in our country, and it includes all the modern medical institutions which are available in the country or which are established in the country. For example, AIIMS and PGIM. All India Institute of Medical Sciences and Postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences. These are the modern and high-end medical institutions which are providing all the medical facilities from zero to critical diseases. Okay, सारी तरह की medical facilities, tests and medications आपको available होती है. So this is the most advanced healthcare system or medical system in our country. Next, a system which is known as Indian System of Medicine, ISM. Indian System of Medicine, okay, which comprises of Ayush. Yes. A for Ayurveda. This is known as Indian System of Medicine. Indian System of Medicine comprises of Ayush, and Ayush comprises of Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and homeopathy. Okay, these are the systems of medicine which are included in Indian system of medicine. Okay, so if we talk about Indian system of medicine, okay, what we have developed, okay, includes this Ayush. Okay, and Government of India has also established a ministry calling Ayush Mantralaya. Okay, which is working the development or promotion of all these systems of medicine, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Naturopathy and Homeopathy. Okay, so this is all about the ISM or Indian System of Medicine. Okay, and across the country, various hospitals which are considering these services or which are affiliated with this ministry are working over there for treating the various kinds of diseases. Okay, so it was all about the healthcare infrastructure in the country. Okay,